Hello and welcome to my bedroom. I apologize for the sound quality. I am testing out something new. I don't have an actual lav mic, so we just have to deal with this one for now and see if it works. But yes, hello, my name is Lily. I am a cosplayer in New Zealand. I've been cosplaying since 2010 and I am joined here by my son, Vampire Moo, and today I want to talk about something that a majority of cosplayers in New Zealand don't actually take advantage of, let alone guests that attend our regular convention, Armageddon Expo. That is VIP. Now, the VIP I'm going to talk about is for Armageddon Expo here in New Zealand, run by Beyond Reality Media. They are based down in Christchurch, but yeah, they run the biggest convention / the only pop culture convention that happens around the country. We have a lot of smaller conventions, but this is the biggest one that people tend to flock to. Like, this is our Comic-Con. This is our big one. Now, I've only done VIP once. I paid for this with my own money. This is not a sponsorship, so this is my experience, and this is my money that I paid for, okay? But so my experience is very limited when it comes to VIP. Like I said, this is the first time I've done it. So it was me being like, I'm in a good financial position where I can justify this, and I want to cross this off my cosplay bucket list, so let's do this. I am recording this on Halloween, so forgive me for my pumpkins, or enjoy it. Yeah, my bat wings broke. Anyway, I do have my laptop down here and I'll be reading off that. Apologies. Just a disclaimer, like I said, I paid for this with my own money, but this is not a critique video. This isn't a review. Well, it might be, but I wanted to talk about this for years. I wanted to do this for years, and I've finally crossed it off the bucket list, and I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of VIP at New Zealand's Armageddon Expo. This will be for the Auckland Armageddon. This is based on, this is my first time, and I got VIP at the biggest convention of the year, Auckland in spring, in October, over Labour Weekend is always the biggest one. It's run over 4 days, well, 3.5 days. And yeah, so I figured this was the time to do it. Yeah. So, the types of VIP passes changes depending on what's going on at the con. There are normally there's always a base VIP, which gets you the very basics. There's a next level up and an ultra version of that, which I'll explain. But this year there was a very special pass called the Momoa Pass, because Jason Momoa was a guest there for 1 day. 1 day. That's what he was supposed to do. I'll keep that in mind. Other than that, the 3 tiers of passes that you can get is the Emerald Pass, the Diamond Pass, and the Diamond Ultra Pass. Now, let's talk pricing first off. This is in New Zealand dollars. I don't have it in USD, but just keep in mind that this is our dollars. If you were to compare it to yours, it is less, probably because our dollar is ridiculously high. I don't know why, but yeah, you can do the math yourself. Complain that like, oh, it's only $50 for us, blah blah blah. But yeah, no. Anyway, also keep in mind that here in New Zealand, our tax is already included in our prices, so we don't have like the base price and then tax added on. But there are always transactional fees on top if you are purchasing your tickets ahead of time. So there's like the processing fee, the credit card fee. Depending on if you pay via Afterpay, there could be another administration fee. But yeah. So, Springgeddon, as it's called, is the only convention at the moment that runs for 3.5 days. I say 3.5 because Friday night is a preview night that runs from 6 to 9 p.m. But you still have to pay the same entry fee that you would pay for attending a full day otherwise. Still honestly not sure about the logic on that one, but that's fine. It's fine, we'll deal with it. Also keep in mind I'm on a medication that gives me dry mouth, so I will be drinking a lot of water. Now, a 4-day pass to Spring Auckland Armageddon is going to cost you $90 NZD. $90. And then some, so you're probably paying about $95 to $100 for your transactions, on the transaction fees and on top of all of that. However, a single day pass will cost you $30, which when you compare that to the 4-day pass, I guess that does technically make the Friday free. kind of, if you bring it down to that, if you try by that logic. But I digress. That is, yeah. That's besides the point. If you were to only go for a certain amount of days, if you just wanted 1 day pass, and the 1 day you could go was Friday, you're still paying the same amount that you would pay if you wanted to go for Saturday, which is the whole day. Yeah. Those are the base costs that you would pay just to get into the convention. The VIP passes. An Emerald Pass, which is your basic VIP pass, will cost you $320. A Diamond VIP Pass, either photo or autograph, will cost you $799. And that's the one that I got. I got the Diamond Photo Pass. It did cost me a little bit more because I did justify getting it by paying via Afterpay. However, that did make the cost skyrocket to $860 because for whatever reason, by using Afterpay, it shot the price up an extra $50. I'm pretty sure that is on Afterpay, that is not on iTicket or whoever was organising it, but that was interesting that it really shot the price up, but I could still justify it. Personally, just, I'm in a good financial position, I'm in a good day job, so I can justify that. It's gonna suck, but it's fine. I accept the terms and conditions, and you'll see how I feel about paying that much in a minute. Yeah. And then the Diamond Ultra Pass, which is, like I said, the Diamond Ultra Pass, I'll get into what it includes, is $1,399. That is basically a combined Diamond Photo Pass and Diamond Ultra Pass, Autograph Pass into one. And then the Special Momoa Pass was $599. Let's get into what that includes, okay? So just so you know, I can't show you my things, my physical things, because they are still in my suitcase. The only thing that's not in my suitcase are my photos, which I have right here because memories, and I plan on putting these in my folder in a minute. But yeah, so I do have these, they are just in the thing. So in the Emerald VIP pass is your very basic pass. It gets you a 4-day entry to the con, a special lanyard and card that identifies you as VIP and what kind of VIP you are. The limited edition pin for the year. This year it was a Dalek. It was a gold Dalek from Doctor Who. A 24-hour early access to purchasing tokens and photographs and autographs. Yeah, graphs, lots of graphs. Basically, you get a day early to purchase your stuff online if you want to, but I ended up buying this well after everything was on sale, so it's fine. It's fine. A ticket to the exclusive VIP party that is held on Saturday, that, however, does not, like, it exclusively says Jason Momoa is not going to that one, which, I mean, it's fine. There's a lot of other lovely people I want to talk to. Front of the line to all photos or autograph sessions. So, yeah, if you've got a token for something and you've got the VIP, you can get to the front of the line and be one of the first people to get your stuff done, which is a big yay. But for Emerald, you are, like I said, you're the basic, so Diamond gets priority, and then for Jason Momoa, the Momoa, then Diamond, then Emerald. Just keep that in mind. There is a hierarchy. Access to the special VIP lounge, and coat and bag checking so you could safely leave your stuff somewhere. That's what Emerald includes. Diamond is split into the two different passes, but for the same price. You get everything included in the Emerald Pass that I just talked about, and one photo or autograph token, depending on if you get the photo pass or the autograph pass, for every guest, excluding animation guests, cosplay guests, or YouTube guests. It also doesn't include duos or trios, so if there's two guests at one time, say like the Titans photo where it's got Josh Osborne and Brenton Thwaites, that's not included. You have to purchase that separately. Yeah. But it does unfortunately mean that the VIP pass does not include a photo token to meet Bluey's dad. David McCormick was there and he wasn't included, which makes me a little sad because it would be nice to get a photo with him, but that's fine, I'll pay for it. I couldn't because I actually ran out of time. His photo token times were always at the wrong time for me, so It's unfortunate, but that's okay. And John Gleeson, the OG Mihawk. There was a duo for John Gleeson and Stephen John Ward, who were both in attendance this year. They got one Mihawk, and they were like, why the fuck not get the other one? So they got them both. That wasn't included, which is unfortunate. But it's okay, because he and I had a really good conversation at the cocktail party. Anyway, yeah. The Diamond Ultra Pass is basically the same as the Diamond Pass, but you get one photo token and one autograph token for every guest each. So there's basically the two different Diamond Passes in one, like I said. Yeah. Hence, Ultra. Yeah. This con's specific pass, like I said, was the Momoa pass, and this one was a bit different, because this pass was specific because you just wanted to be there to meet Jason Momoa, get a photo with him, or get an autograph with him. Sure, fine. However, this one was a bit different. You get most of the same things in the Emerald Pass. You get the cocktail party ticket, you get the lanyard, you get the card, you get the access to cloakroom, to VIP lounge, all that stuff, except, you get a 2-day pass for Friday and Saturday. Just a 2-day pass. I get it if you're only there to meet Jason Momoa. I get it. Fair. But a 2-day pass. Keep in mind, that also includes a photo and an autograph with Jason Momoa. Keep in mind, the tokens to meet Jason Momoa, his photo tokens were $130. And you know, because of how popular he is, it meant you were just going to get in there, take a photo, and leave, and be rushed out because of how big the lines were. I can confirm when I find it that it was sorry, that it was get in there, pose, and leave. Get in there, pose, and leave. He is a sweetheart. I did get to say, hey, can't wait to see you in Wellington, and he gave me that, but he didn't say a thing. And I get it. He's probably spent all day talking to strangers, and he's here just to take photos and go home. He's had a full day. I get it, but at the same time, he didn't say shit. He's really tall, and I did get to meet him, and I look pale as shit, but I did it. He's really lovely. Yeah. And I do have tickets to go see his show on the 9th of November, so I'm fucking excited for that. Anyway, yeah, it's a little sad that they only got the 2-day pass, because it didn't include Sunday. Because Jason came back. The organisers of Armageddon apparently went to him and said, you don't have to do this, but if you would like to come back, you're very welcome to come back, do some more photos, do some signings. If you want to, that is entirely up to you. And he said, yeah, all right. And he showed up for another 2 hours on Sunday. He did some more photos, he did some autographs. It was great. Yeah, I feel bad for the people that got the Momoa pass being like, what the fuck do you mean he came back on Sunday? I've heard that. I've had multiple people come up to me and be like, I heard that the Momoa people are grumpy because he came back and we paid for 2 days. Could have paid another $30 and got back in. Just saying. But he was only there for 2 hours, and he rode up on his motorbike. Like, he and 2 of his mates rode up on his motorbikes. He has a nice motorbike. I was out on the Smoko stairs having a good vape because I like the cherry flavoured air, whatever. So sue me, it's fine. And I didn't realise it was him. And I just saw these 3 guys pull up, park their bikes, beautiful purr. Oh my god. And they walked past. I didn't realise it was him when I shouted out, your bikes are beautiful. I didn't realise it was him. And again, he just shot me that. I'm like, yeah, I'm embarrassed. It's fine. Moving on. Yeah. So that's what's included in all the passes. That's what you're paying that money for. That is what you're getting in those passes. Now, at the con. So I got the Diamond VIP pass. Let me just double check my photos. So you can see in my photo with Grace Curry, that little thing around my neck is the Diamond VIP pass. That is the pass. It's got Joshua Ozpin on it. That is the fancy lanyard. well, I say fancy, it's kind of like the same weight as like my work one, so I kind of got used to wearing it. You get the lanyard, you get all that stuff you get in. Honestly, everything went really great for the most part. Getting my tickets and tokens was really easy because, again, I got in on the Friday, so I could just rock up to the booth and be like, hey, I'm here to collect the thing. They gave me all the tokens, they gave me my passes, they gave me the ticket for my party, and all the lanyard, all that stuff. And I was away. It was great. I could go and shop, and that's where I adopted my son. This is Gerard. Everyone meet Gerard. I love him. He's a vampire moo. Vampires will never hurt you. Anyway, I need water. Hold on, sorry. There is an adoption certificate to prove it. Just saying. He's adorable and I love him. Now, when you get the pass with the tokens already included, keep in mind, you don't get to pick the times of your autographs or your photos. Okay? So when you get the tokens itself, I don't have any left over because I used all mine. They are like printed as comps, so like as complimentary tickets. Apologies. So the times are already dedicated, like the times have already been selected as to when you're going to get this photo. So that could be a little problem if there are panels that you want to attend, or if you have to leave early, or so on and so forth. Like, you don't get to pick those times. You now have to work around those times if you want those photos. So I had 8 photos on Saturday, which is why I've got 8 photos in my Cult of the Lamb cosplay. I had 4 photos. Yep. 4 photos on Sunday, and then I bought another one because Joshua Osborne deserves more attention, which was in my Fern cosplay. That's Brendan Thwaites. That is Nightwing. You should go listen to his new song. If you like some country, it's a cute song. Go listen to it. I highly recommend it. And I got one on Monday. That was my only one with Lima Job. The poor thing, I saw him. We had a really good chat about D&D on at the cocktail party. And he was like, why are you avoiding me? Why haven't you come and said hi to me yet? And I was like, I'm sorry, my photo token says Monday. So I got to see him on Monday, and he was really lovely. And he played a very, very good bard at his panel. At the D&D panel, the Questbook D&D panel. He did very good. I'm very proud. From one bard to another, I'm very proud. Okay. Sorry. I'm still recovering. This is con plague, okay, which is why I'm in bed. I don't like leaving my bed. Anyway. The entire con itself ran really smoothly. When it came time for the photos, I could literally just go up to someone in a high-vis jacket, be like, hey, I'm here for my photo, I'm VIP, and they'd be like, go there. They'd take my photos. Some of the photos were back-to-back really, really fast. Like, I think 3 of the photos, one was at 3:20, 3:30, 3:40, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But then you see how many people were in the lines for those people, and it makes sense. Not a lot of people were in lines for a certain amount of the guests, but I knew everyone. Like, meeting Grace Curry was really lovely. Yvonne Chapman was so sweet. This is our live action Kyoshi. She fucking killed it, and she noticed my turtle duck before I could show her. She's an absolute sweetheart. Oh my goodness. And yes, Stephen John Ward. There's our Mihawk. He's a sweetheart. I got a lovely second to be like, hey, I'm so proud of you. You did amazing for me, Hawk. You played the perfect amount of board. I love you. Thank you. Yeah. Everyone was so lovely. And honestly, the majority of the time, they were like, whoa, your costume. How long did this take you? And I'm like, not long. My Cult of the Lamb took a week. Fern I put away for 2 years. And Miku, half of it is Kmart, so it's fine. Yeah, so it was, I felt really bad when people were like, this must have taken you a very long time. I'm like, it really didn't. I've been doing this for a very long time. So it's really easy for me now. I'm just lazy. It's more the mental things. Anyway, some of them were really lovely and could have a chat, like a really quick chat. For Brenton as well, I also got to say best of luck for your show because he was playing a show that night. He wasn't going to be at the cocktail party. I couldn't be there because I was headlining my own show. And then I got double booked. So I feel like I lied to him, but I didn't. I got double booked and they cancelled the owner of the bar that I was supposed to be performing at cancelled on me. Thanks, mate. But yeah, that happened. It was really easy to find the photo area, the celebrity signing area, and all that stuff because it was smack bang in the middle of Hall C, the first hall that you walk into. Normally that hall was reserved for like some of the biggest sponsors and some of the biggest vendors that year, and to be fair, it was. You had a massive stall for Card Merchant, for Lorcana, Disney's Lorcana. Act 2 was there, which was interesting. Yeah, Act 2 Popcorn. There were a lot of bigger names there, but there just weren't as many as there used to be. Auckland Armageddon used to have PlayStation and Xbox being there, being some of their biggest booths there. They used to have Nintendo, but they haven't been there since Armageddon, I don't think. Since 2020, same thing, but you know what I mean. They haven't been there since 2020. So unfortunately, the appeal has kind of died down a bit, and the need to fill that space has kind of consolidated things and make them like squish them all together. Because celebrities used to be out in a different hall entirely, so you had to walk across the venue to go and find them. Like there's the main venue here. The celebrity area used to be in like a big warehouse out here. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird, but hey, it's fine. I'm kind of happy it was in the main hall. I just wish they had aircon. I'll get to that. But overall, I had a really great weekend. I got to see my friends again. Some people I haven't seen since 2020, and it's 2024. So I spent way too much money on stickers. I have no regrets because I love stickers because they're like tiny little pieces of artwork. The price of the cafe food at the venue was ridiculous, so I didn't buy any of that. So it was really, really easy to stick to my diet. You can find out more about what is actually working on my weight loss videos. I am on Jeremine. I am on low calorie, high protein. It is working. I am down 14 pounds, 6 kilos. Yeah, go check that out. I got to meet and talk to a wonderful lineup of guests, and of which I knew every one of. I knew every single person who came this year, and it was kind of rare. That was kind of a rare experience. But yeah, the cocktail party was a lot of fun. The cocktail party, I haven't been to a cocktail party where the guests actually were. The only time I've been to the cocktail party, the guests did not go. That was like 2020, I think it was. But it was really good. Again, seeing some of my friends that I haven't seen in a very long time, or I don't get to spend a lot of time with because they're staff. I haven't seen, and being able to chat with guests, it was very overwhelming at first, being like, this is a person who's worked in the industry that I would like to be a part of. Hello. But it was really nice. They were constantly reassuring me, be like, hey, I'm just another person. Just talk to me. Ask me questions. If you've got questions about what I do, ask away. They're really lovely. Like Grace Curry and I, we talked about going to concerts and battle jackets because she had a really cool jacket with this big patch on the back, and she had a Goonies patch. Yeah, it was really cool to talk about that. And she told me about some of the concerts over in the States and when everything shut down. I've waffled. I apologize. I'm gonna get back to my point right now. Everything was great. Everything was running wonderful. I genuinely had a great time. I made some amazing friends. Even in VIP, I made some amazing VIP friends who knew me as the crazy, overwhelmed cosplayer. There were like 3 cosplayers who got VIP, so I was one of them. That doesn't mean everything was great. I'm not giving a glowing review for VIP because there were a couple of things that could be improved on. And/or I was just disappointed with. Now, the first two are specifically Armageddon as a whole. Everyone would agree with me. Saturday sucked. We all knew it was going to be busy. We all knew it was going to be crowded. But one thing we have never experienced before is that hall getting overheated. That room was humid. And for whatever reason, it was ridiculously hot in that room, in those halls. Like, all 3 halls. The venue did open up some of the like big doors and try to let wind through, but they really only let it in on one side and not both sides to allow circulation. that really didn't happen. So a lot of people got overheated and it was very loud. And like I said, I ended up having to walk around and hiding in the VIP cloakroom because it was so loud. And I ended up walking around with these in my ears so I couldn't have conversations with people because I had to drown everything else out. It was like I was at a concert. I couldn't have conversations because everything else was still so loud. It was ridiculous. And the other thing that made actually the whole convention a little less manageable and honestly a little less accessible for some people, I say that for a reason, this was the first time that the convention didn't have carpet. Hear me out. The actual halls where the convention was, where Artist Alley was, where the celebrities were, where the merchants were, there were no carpets. It was all concrete floor. Now, normally I have the same complaint about Welligeddon, but I've gotten used to Welligeddon having concrete floors because that is at the TSB Arena. Not the TSB Arena, the Sky Stadium. Is it Sky Stadium now? Yeah, Sky Stadium. I've gotten used to that. That has become the regular for Wellington. But that is something that I've gotten used to. Auckland doesn't. Auckland, we've gotten used to having carpets at the ASB Showgrounds, the Auckland Showgrounds, so I'm very confused as to what happened there. I know some stalls had carpet. There were a couple that brought their own carpet, possibly paid for their own carpet. But in the main halls, there was no carpet, which meant 3.5 days, 9 to 5, walking on hard concrete in uncomfortable shoes. Not everyone wore comfortable shoes. And I say inaccessible because for those who have struggles walking, have to use crutches, have to be in wheelchairs and things like that, that can just make the pain harder. That can just make the pain worse. And I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know why. There's something about the venue having no carpet that feels like... Oh, hello, son. Pleasure to see you. That just feels like a downgrade or like lower quality. I don't know why. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not saying it's a bad convention because they had no carpet, but it made it harder to want to walk around in the venue, if that makes sense. It made it harder to want to go into the halls and to deal with and to go and see the like 70% that was Armageddon, Artist Alley. It made it a bit harder to manage that and to navigate that. And apparently a lot of stall holders didn't get the heads up that there was no carpet, so a lot of them didn't have like mats to stand on because vendors, that if they didn't bring chairs to sit on, they were standing the entire weekend and they didn't have a standing mat. I have standing mats at work. They're great. But yeah, no, people would be standing on concrete for 3.5 days. And that's painful. That sucks. That shit sucks. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm so high strung about carpet. It's just, yeah. Every other convention that I've gone to this year, they've had carpet. Don't know why this one was a problem. I don't know. I would love to know why. If it's an expense, if it's... I don't know. I don't understand. That is unfortunate. I'm stuck in the corner of I don't understand why carpet was a luxury. Does that make sense? I don't understand. But those are... Oh, my bad. I leaned too far. Those are my overall Armageddon gripes. I have one gripe for VIP specifically. The VIP lounge. Let me just fucking show you the VIP lounge. Ugh. Okay, straight after, found the VIP lounge. VIP lounge. So that is the coat check, so you can put things away. But the VIP lounge? Huh? I'm sorry, there's literally just a secluded hall with plastic chairs. Sorry, you didn't see any of that. Literally just a secluded hall with plastic chairs. Okay. Instantly worried. How do you think I felt about that? Yeah, I wasn't happy. Honestly, I wasn't happy. Especially because in the past, when I was talking with some other people that have had VIP multiple times, the VIP lounge has always been a separate room in the venue. In this venue in particular, it was always on the second floor, and it led to the green room, so sometimes guests would go past when they were on their way to panels. I'm not even kidding, that was the VIP lounge. That was considered the VIP lounge. The cloakroom was where we ended up hiding when we needed to take a break. Whenever we needed lunch or something like that, we would go sit in there and eat lunch. That was the consensus around most VIPs. You can ask any of the VIPs that attended Armageddon, Auckland, Springgeddon this year and agree. That felt... Honestly, whoever I showed that to or whoever saw that was like, the cosplay pit stop is better. Which I agree, but a lot of people also had gripes about the pit stop. Purely because normal people would go in there and take photos. So I was glad to have the cloakroom to hide in. It was quiet and it was secluded. It was just a room with a coat hanger and little shelves that you could put your stuff on and a table. That was it. That was all that was in there. That was kind of all I needed. As someone who is neurospicy and hasn't done Auckland Armageddon in a few years, Auckland Armageddon is basically a marathon. I needed that room. I'm thankful for that room, don't get me wrong. But the lounge was a joke. I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry. It's a joke. Some of the other VIPs were calling it a holding cell. Because it kind of was. It looked like a sin bin. Like a penalty box. It was literally just a blocked off area with plastic chairs. That was it. Yeah, no. We sat on the floor in the cloakroom to have our lunch, to get some space, to do some changes and things like that. That in the cloakroom, that was the consensus. And no, the lounge didn't include anything special like tea and coffee facilities or snacks. Like I've been told other VIP rooms or other conventions have. No, it was literally just a place to sit or a place to store your stuff. And it ended up being a place to hide, which was nice. But it didn't feel very VIP. It made us feel like VBPs. Very broke people. Yeah. We paid for that. We paid hundreds of dollars for that. That was our biggest gripe. Like I said, it's not a total waste. As someone... Sorry, I'm reading my script now. As someone who neurospicy and gets overwhelmed with crowds that large, I've been a bit of a hermit these last few years. It was nice to hide in the cloakroom. It was nice to get some peace and quiet. For me, again, like I said, Auckland Armageddon is a marathon of cosplay. I woke up on the Sunday and was like, oh, I gotta do this again. I gotta get into Fern. I gotta do this again? I've already done it for 2 days in a row. What the hell? Yeah. So it was nice to have a space that was quiet. Don't get me wrong. But that felt like a joke. It was... yeah. Sometimes I actually need the quiet space in my day job. When I'm in the office, there's always a lot of people, especially with this reshuffle we've recently done. We're all squished together, and now it feels like I'm in a call center. So sometimes I go and hide in quiet pods because I need some time away from people. Because they all start talking at once, and it feels like I'm covered in mud. And when add that, being in cosplay, being in uncomfortable shoes, with my tatas out, because I can't exactly hide them, in skirts, and all this makeup where I can't touch my face, like even now my anxiety is going nuts and I need to touch my face, I can't do that. So I need space to hide. Yeah. So that's my only VIP gripe. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But that lounge was a joke. that was a joke. Honestly. It was ridiculous. That was the only thing that really annoyed me. It felt like an afterthought. That's the word I'm looking for. It felt like an afterthought. It felt like we need to put our guests here. We need to put stage 2 here. We need to put the cosplayers there. What do we do with VIP? Oh, there's a space. That's what it felt like. That is, yeah. And for my first time being VIP, that was when I saw that on Friday night, I was like, are you kidding me? I paid for that. That was the one thing that made me question how much money I put into this ticket. That was the one thing. Yeah. I'm going to wrap this up because I've been talking for over half an hour now. I've been probably talking for like 45 minutes at this point. I do think VIP is worth it. Despite what I just said about the lounge, I do think it's worth it. On the 3 factors. You plan to attend every day. Because I know I woke up on Monday being like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know about this. I'm kind of tired. I've only got 1 photo to do. I don't know. Yeah. The lineup of guests, majority of them are people that you want to see or you want to meet. I got extremely lucky where I knew all the guests and were very excited about a majority of them that came through. Very excited on that. And you want to make the most of the benefits that are presented to you that you pay for. If you benefit from having the lounge, if you benefit from being able to be some of the first in line for photos and autographs so that you can then continue on with your day, that is, yeah, if you plan on making the most of those benefits, I would say it is definitely worth it. As a cosplayer, I made the most of this because I ended up getting into costume at the con a couple of times, and I had to store my muggle clothes somewhere. Or the shoes that, killed me. If you saw my Cult of the Lamb cosplay, you saw my shoes. You know how much they ended up hurting me by the end of the day. Fern hurt me more, just saying. Those were stiletto heels. Those sucked on concrete. Yeah, it killed me over the weekend. If you plan on buying, like, large figures and stuff like that, or something really expensive you want it stored, like, if you want to be able to put your photos in a safe place where they won't get bent or damaged, totally fair. Get that. It was also an empty room. There was also, like, just the lounge. The benefit from that was that it was an empty room that I could take photos in of my outfits when I needed it as a cosplayer. Like, having that dedicated area where people aren't going to walk in front of me to take photos. I get that. Perfect. Fair. Love that. I will probably do VIP again when I climb out of debt. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful time. And if you consider getting VIP, please let me know. If you've done VIP in the past and you had a positive or a negative experience, please let me know. I would love to hear your experiences as well. This is just my experience for going VIP for the very first time. If this has helped you consider getting VIP, fair enough. I always say give it a go at least once if you are in the financial position to do it. Yeah. Thank you. Goodbye, Gerard. Say goodbye, Gerard. Goodbye. Okay, bye. Boo.